This is really the conversation that nobody wants to have on record, right? Because no one ever wants to sound like the bad guy. But I'm not everyone, and I'm totally okay saying what I know thousands of salon and spa owners are thinking. Booth rental didn't just change where the money goes, it stripped out the backbone of what made salons and spas professional. My opinion, just the way it is. It really took away the daily standard. It took away that built in education. It took away the culture where new stylists could learn more in a week standing behind a seasoned pro than they ever could from a 5-minute YouTube clip, which they think teaches them everything. And it didn't stop there. It took away the push to be better just by showing up for work every day alongside people who actually held you to something higher. It took away the accountability, the mentor checking your guest experience, your timing, your numbers. It chipped away at the community, the teamwork that made a salon feel like something bigger than just a room with chairs. And listen, guys, we get it. For a lot of seasoned stylists, booth rental can feel like freedom. If you have spent years under maybe a bad owner, stuck under micromanagement, capped at 40% commission with no career path, of course you are going to crave freedom. That part, it makes total sense. But here's the truth that nobody ever names loud enough. That freedom, it came at a cost. And it's not just an internal salon problem anymore. It's an industry standard problem. It really is. Because here's what's real. Some of us are out here dropping tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands, on advanced training, certifications, sanitation, insurance, legal compliance, doing it by the book to protect our teams, our guests, and our licenses. Meanwhile, right next door, someone's learning from a trending reel, calling themselves a specialist because they watched a 10-minute highlight tutorial online. Zero certification, zero continuing education, zero real accountability. And the stylists that are renting the chair next to them, they just think that's normal because no one is there to show them different. No one's there to show them different. Chandra, this happens constantly. How frustrating is it for you, someone who has been in the industry for decades?
Oh, I mean, I find it very frustrating. I agree with you like a million percent on all of that. Like it has definitely shifted and changed the professionalism of the industry and the way I feel like stylists are treated or any service provider or looked at sometimes by clients. And I think that it makes it really hard for us sometimes to hold those standards because of the shiny thing they see on social media that other people are doing, even though that's not reality most of the time. That's just what the perception that they're getting, and it's extremely frustrating as a commission owner to always be battling that.
It is. It's very, very frustrating. And so what do we get? We end up getting these young stylists trying to piece it all together alone, right? No mentor, no standards, no real blueprint for how to protect this craft that we fought so freaking hard to build. We get guests who don't really know the difference. So they maybe trust the wrong person because it's cheaper or maybe it's trending. We get owners left cleaning up the mess when a boss babe, that's what I'm going to call them, next door blows up a client's hair and the bad review sticks to the entire profession. Here's what scares me the most. If we don't wake up, our state licensing boards, people like that, our industry experts, our so-called leaders, it's only going to get worse. It's going to keep getting worse. Freedom without standards is not freedom. It's really just a race to the bottom. Sorry, Chandra. I went off on a rant there. Sorry. This whole topic, it just breaks my heart and it gets me heated all at the same time. Okay, my question for you, Chandra, is if you could sit every maybe licensing department down and maybe every big expert right down for 5 minutes, what is the one brutal truth that you would make them see about what booth rental really did to the standards in our industry?
I think the biggest truth to all of that is it is destroying the industry. It is lowering the expertise of the service provider. It's making them not an expert anymore because then anybody thinks they can be an expert and anybody thinks they can just do whatever they want. And it is causing damage to clients. It is causing, you know, damage to the industry as a whole and to the people who do it right. And so I think that's the biggest thing is that it is slowly, imploding what we do, in our professionalism and who we are as stylists. I think it's ruining all of that.
Yeah, I think it is too. And I think that, the licensing departments in every state, the experts in this field, they really need to listen to people. I am not saying that booth rental needs to be outlawed in every state. I'm not saying that by any means. However, I do think that people coming out of cosmetology school should be required to work somewhere in a commission salon of some sort to learn things